My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. Alright, let's actually check out the cutting board over here before we bounce away. The tomatoes are so thinly sliced, you can see right through them. So that's the gunner, some tits you have to see to believe, out bar, hardy bar. I could just walk past. But there's some real in there. Alright, fine. Let's quickly take that. Fuck no, beer makes me a better driver. Alright, let's talk to you first then.
Over here.
She snaps her fingers. Alright, let's go talk to Elizabeth first.
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective skin color. I'm so black, as you can see. Do you have any more keen-eyed observations?
That was a failed roll! Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice. She's right. You're basically an epidermochromatic police officer. Just making... no. Epidermochromatic. Epidermochromatic, epidermis is skin, chromatic is color, so it's just skin color police officer. You're the gardener. You lied to me. You're not a gardener. Or I just want to check out, know more about this place before I check it out. That's normal. I just want to know more about the place before I check it out. That's normal.
Yes. Extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
She crosses her arms.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy. You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong-arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. What's your role in all of this? Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. She crosses her arms. Do you have hearing problems? What if I told you I want to talk to you, not Titus? What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one. Why are you so aggressive? Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers. So you were spying on us. And now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers. Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all and you're their bodyguards. Fuck yeah. The tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer. So ask what you came to ask, or go back to your commanders. The world needs a financial buffer zone, no need to get emotional, no, privatization is not unlawful, it's cool and funny. No. I don't know where you heard that, but it's wrong, the RCM. No, unlike you socialists. Well, I liked that, good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans? All right, let's go for that. Look, a comedian. Her expression stiffens. Do your job. Ask your questions, then get out of Martinez. Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary. What are you gonna do to me? The lieutenant is not satisfied with the approach. What are we gonna do to you? She starts laughing. It's a cold laughter, devoid of joy. The union isn't going to do anything to you. It's not a crime syndicate, rather. It's a labor organization. A gruff hump from the table. Goddamn right it is. If anything, it's the RCM who do things to people. She shakes her head, but we digress. She talks to Titus then. All right, Titus, what's your voice?
This is where you say your bit.
The broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective?
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Precinct 57th's... Ooh, this is a challenging success on Esprit de Corps as well. Precinct 57th's finest scans the room, leaving the speaking to you. He trusts you, maybe against his better judgment, but he does. We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him? A real looker, that one.
He looks around.
You're sure taking your time. Waiting for him to get all ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he's a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Glenn nods along.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
He slaps his forehead.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them. Do a head count first. Connect the men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match. I'm going to scan the room first, then. Starting from the right, boot size 44, blonde man in his 30s, overbearingly masculine. Sitting on his right, standard working boots, size 45 or 46, eldest in the room, probably mid-50s, smoker, quiet. Across at the other table, hobnailed working boots, size 43, gang tattoos, Mesk or Samarazian, in his late 30s, early 40s. And then, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46, the big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap, fingerless gloves, numerous scars. A little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it says T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44. 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum? Ah, guitar player. And little guy? Is there a little... is that not everyone accounted for? I'm gonna ask that one. Wait, hang on. Where? On his neck. Forget it, it's not important. Let's call this one the musician. And the little guy? Is size 41 with a light step. Not a child after all. An older man with a rat face, meaning watery eyes. Mean watery eyes, rather, and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing, big guy, boot size 46, deep marks, probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy. One of them's missing. Where's the odd soul? Exactly. You stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with the questions. Where's the 8th Hardy? Fuck is with you, fella? Titus is staring at you with his head tilted. I found 8 set of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy? What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us. We're all here. He sizes you up. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring. He shakes his head. Actually, boss. Wait, hang on. What was Glenn's again? I think Glenn was like a little bit more. Actually, boss, we've been talking. We think she could maybe. This person Glenn wants to hire. He really respects her. She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl. Who might it be? Elizabeth, the gardener? Shut the fuck up, Glenn! He roars. I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop? Yeah, it has to be good if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like a lieutenant thinks so too. So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy, and it's a she, and you don't like us talking about her. That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And, he points to Kim, you're not cops here. Don't go digging around. You don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you. Good. We're all watching each other. The lieutenant adjusts his spectacles. Officers, your question? There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about the 8th Hardy sooner or later. Just to continue the conversation, because I think I'll get more information out of it, and I haven't necessarily asked yet. The man hangs in the backyard. Did you do it? The pretty boy? He takes a sip from his can. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy. Funny, the lieutenant says without a smile. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you. Why is there a container belt wrapped around the dead man's neck?
Container belt? Like the ones we use in the harbor?
Yes. Why?
Because we took it, he says, from the harbor where we work. Then we went back out, and then we went out back and used it to hang him. We did this.
He looks you dead in the eye.
Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why there was a container belt around his neck.
Uh-huh. So you just confessed to the murder?
Goddamn right.
No, the woman interjects. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time. Right, so they're covering for the person who actually did it, who I'm feeling probably is either going to be or be related to the Hardy girl, the 8th Hardy. All 7 together, they're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic. Excellent. I want to ask the questions of method and motive and all those kinds of things, because I suspect that will give us a hint that they didn't do this. When did the hanging incident occur? You don't have time to answer any of his. You don't have to answer any of his questions. The fixer turns to remind Titus.
I know, Lizzie. Relax.
He takes a sip.
We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long have you known the victim?
Known him.
This is clean. Known him. No, hang on, wrong one.
Known him.
We don't associate with scum like that, officer. It's not. Hang on, it was a little bit. Known him. We don't associate with scum like that, officer. Yeah. Who do you think we are?
Quiet.
Titus gives Glenn a stern look.
He came round about 3 weeks ago, when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean the representative for the Wild Pines? The lieutenant checks his note. The shipping company you're striking against?
No, he stresses. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But, you know what?
He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over.
Why don't you ask her about Pretty Boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say. When you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. She turns to you. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions. Why did you kill him?
Why?
He hisses through his teeth.
Because he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out of line. In my town.
So he was a mercenary, that's it?
And he stepped out of line.
He repeats, jaw clamped shut like a vice. What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind. Had cohort and Simonian written all over him. Ex-Iranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. The man spreads his arm. Right here, in our bar. This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent here by Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story every strike from here to tomorrow.
Hold on, how do you know he was in Special Forces? Because he said one night, walked up straight up to the mic and says, I'm Oranye's goddamn Special Forces, I'm gonna fuck you all.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranye's paratrooper song. Said he's gonna fuck everyone. We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did. Right there. He points to the stage, like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true.
This is a serious violation of the karaoke code. Besides crimes against karaoke, what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong, he roars. He harassed women, raped.
Part of the dialogue. Raped one.
Harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
He wipes spittle from his mouth. From to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it and hopes you didn't notice.
to kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. He cracks his knuckle. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favourite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Gave one of ours mid-karaoke. Right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone.
The lieutenant is trying to make sense of this flood of information. Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets in the second verse, I love her leg. The fucker grabs her leg, starts screaming. Whoo! Good Lord. Show me you can't. Why don't you show me you can't? Then he gets knocked in the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down. He shakes his head in disbelief. Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? You said?
Are you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening? He repeats like a parrot.
There's something odd here.
Sounds like they don't want anyone to talk about the rape that Titus mentions. Why not? It's a serious allegation. Make them talk about it. Right, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation. I'm so sorry to be using that word consistently. Man. I might just title the episode something like Content Warning Sexual Assault. Because I mentioned it before, the only other time that word had come up over the course of this Let's Play so far. And it's just, people might not necessarily be expecting a discussion of topics of that kind of matter in, you know, episode whatever this ends up being, probably like 15 of a YouTube Let's Play. And I don't necessarily want to cause distress for people who don't necessarily want to be thinking about that kind of thing. And I feel really uncomfortable saying it constantly. I'm just going to address the elephant in the room. Let me get back into it and try and not mention it.
No. This moment of silence. You're not getting a name. That's a Martin name matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
Despite the stonewalling, you can slip one more question in. I'm gonna ask one last time. Who did the dead man rape? Titus, do not answer. You have been forthcoming enough.
Fuck off, cop.
He takes the advice.
She's gone through enough without you harassing her too. She doesn't need more embarrassment.
What are you talking about? Embarrassment. If someone has been sexually assaulted, we need to...
What you need to do is get the fuck out of my face.
You hear the aluminium crack in his palm as he squeezes the beer can.
I've had enough of explaining myself to you fucks. He is dead. It's done.
The woman turns to you calmly. As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. I'm doing my best to keep the situation civil, but what follows is a slow head shake. It's true, she was the only thing holding them back. How did you kill him?
We hanged him by the neck until he got real still. Ain't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at cop school, idiot? This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know. We need more. Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams. Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for the seagulls. Maggots. The small man points at you. And you fucks. Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up. Okay. Wasn't he a trained killer from Oranye's Special Forces? So, how did you manage to overpower him?
With numbers, asshole. What do you think?
He looks at the woman.
You're right, Lizzie. I'm done explaining here.
No, he hasn't. Not yet. When did the overpowering occur? Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. It happened right here. It's only a 42. I'm worried if I end this conversation, I don't get to come back. So whether or not I attempt this roll right now, I'm not going to be able to attempt it in the future anyway. So I might as well. Titus is solid as a rock. And so are a few others. But who's cracking under the pressure? Fat Angus. This one, he's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They've smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link in the chain. Hey you! Turned to the big guy. You having trouble breathing over there? No. He looks up, startled, his forehead shiny with sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen hat. Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is. The man next to the big guy bursts out laughing.
Fuck off, Shanky. The big boss steps in. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on that powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's gonna break like a twig. There's something you're not telling me.
And fuck you too, copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. Just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
His all muscle comment wasn't sarcastic. He's genuinely trying to look out for Angus. This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet. Other questions about the lynching. Who called the shots that night? Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all the Hardy Boys. A shadow of a smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all? A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation. No, but seriously, who calls the shot around here, addressing Titus?
Who do you fucking think does?
He sounds more amused than angry. You do, you give the commands. I thought she did. Gangs are usually run by the oldest, most venerable member. It's the 8th Hardy Boy, the one who's missing, the big dick. But the thing is, like, it's the Hardy girl, though, right? I'm worried if I say that line, they'll be like,
yeah, Hardy Boy. All right.
I'm gonna point to the bout of the bearded man. Gangs are usually run by their oldest, most venerable member. Yeah. The old man lets out an annoyed cough and then reaches into his pocket for another cigarette. Theo's a great guy, but come on. He spreads his arms. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys. That's why we called the Hardy Boys, genius. Titus grins.
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. She gives Titus a stern look. But on that night, they acted as one man. So you murdered him just like that. No remorse.
How many people have you sent to that chase? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chez Electrique is a method of capital punishment. Oh, right. Chez Electrique, electric chair. In Revachol, under the coalition, during the Suzerain reign. Suzerain reign, there we go. It used to be the firing squad. Or sent them to the Union to rot for 20 years. For life. He says as though it was worse than dying. That's what he rules bad people, criminal skull of the earth. Look, I'm just doing my job. What we do is different. We enforce the law. You can't just kill people like it's nothing. Honestly. And Reunion, what's that? The River Esperance Correctional Facility. A military prison run by the Coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The name of the origin is unknown. The origin of the name is unknown, rather. Honestly, I drink so much I can't really remember who I've put behind bars. Not doing that. Can't really remember anyone I've sent behind bars. There we go. Doesn't remember them? The rat-faced man shouts. And he just forgets! Are you hearing this, Titus?
Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head, that's for sure.
He wipes his mouth with the back of his hand. So, what are we going to do now? Conclude the questioning. Nothing, her replies come sharp. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinet. Go back to your stations where you belong. I think we're going to stick around. Thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. The lieutenant closes his notebook. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to a first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Good luck with that.
He grabs another beer.
You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you don't get a beating.
Rent-a-cop? So this is what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals. I'm gonna take off now. My authority's real low. I can lower it even more. Do I have any ways to up my authority right now? Not really. Although, I did apparently level up, so let's get ourselves another space in the thought cabinet for an apricot chewing gum scented one. Anything else in here I can check out? There's a bowl. It has spit in it, reeking of tobacco. Photos of men in overalls, touting guns and Union placards. You see hawthorn bushes outside. Cafeteria window. Ooh, perception sight. Heroic. It's not time yet. Mysterious door seen. Behind the dock workers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the sky like bony fingers. I'm gonna squint. There's a little side panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's too cold outside. I'm gonna revert my gaze. So I'm gonna go back and check the thing later. It's not time yet. To me, says that I need to wait until the afternoon or the night so that there's not glare or it's not too bright outside or anything like that for us to actually be able to see. Oh, this person's gone. Dang. I wanted to finally try and steal whatever item I was capable of stealing. Oh no, hang on. It was physical instrument to wake them up at that point, I think. Okay, what are the things we still haven't done for today? Right? The things that we got admonished for having not done at the end of yesterday. A full autopsy is one of them. We still haven't had the ability to actually get the body down, though. Kuno S, going around to the other side of Kuno S is another thing. Talking to more of the people in the building is another thing. There we are. Talk to him in my dream. Okay, cool. So I'm in the Inland Empire here. I'm gone. Where have you gone? I can see you're gone, but who are you? I hate you. You stink and you're boring. Why were you feeling pleasure when you died? I'm gonna ask that.
Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
First, do you have to speak like that? What dialect is that anyway? So you're feeling sexual arousal when they were hanging you? I'm gonna ask with the dialect thing.
It's a mishmash, Copperbolo. You think I'm Messinian, don't you? For you, this is what our people from Messina sound like.
Are you? From Messina?
No, my hair's too light a shade of brown. My eyebrows too. Trust your inner racist.
What are you, a racist now too?
You think I am? You think I was racist because this lump looks military and has tattoos? That's called profiling.
I'm trying to do the voice, but without the gravel that we heard in the dream. So you're feeling sexual arousal when they were hanging you?
Do I look like an autoerotic asphyxiation type to you?
Yes.
Captain Copperdromo, I fear we're drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question.
He didn't choke himself, you know it. I'm gonna go back to the pleasure. No. Captain, no, hang on. Well, I'm gonna also try and get you to clarify what it is. Never mind. Didn't get any information from that. Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where is that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker and a killer.
I have another question for you.
Go ahead, Coppo.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of law.
Black frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lip.
Imagination.
Yeah, man, don't be crazy. Inanimate objects and dead people can really talk to you. Your wild imagination's doing this. Ask some of those questions you love so much.
He loves those.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at them all go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up, copperoonie. This is upbeat now.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no, you're no Rooney.
Rooney is obviously not who I am.
Between you and me, your name is probably Harry.
I feel like I've been getting a lot of Harry lately.
You might be onto something there,
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
because you have.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, Brother Coppo. It was love all along.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lubbo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Look at my face, motionless, staring into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Because he told me to. Nod towards Kim.
You're a lying sack of shit, Coppo. You're doing this because there's nothing else to do. Everything is over. It's just me now.
Alright, can you ask me a question? I want to try that again because I have nothing else to do.
I'm all you have. Then you truly lost it all, brother. You lost the world, dragged it all away from you. And what it left, you pissed away. And here we are.
I hate you. You stink, and you're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
A child born with Moller's disease, Harlequinism, grown up miraculously. A baby affected with Harlequinism.
You sure wriggled out of that one, Coppolini. Not gonna have to introspect much, are ya? You can come back and look into his face any time you want. Humour yourself with my Harlequin features. Ask me your little questions. Freshen your memory. Create associations. Remind yourself of your mortality, Coppo.
Right, it's done. The preliminary examination is done. Let's get it down from there. The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I bought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. He doesn't think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And, if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material. Can't someone else do it? We could saw the branch. True. Seems like a lot of hassle. Let's not do it. Maybe we could shoot him down. Maybe we could ask for help from the harborer. Maybe we could ask for help from the harbor. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appears to be suspects in the case. It would seem a dangerous route to go down. I would really prefer if there was another way. Yeah, let's reconsider.
But what other options? The corpse twists on a belt like a chicken on a skewer.
We could saw the branch. Climb up there and saw the branch? Yeah, it seems dangerous. There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down off of trees. Seems like a lot of hassle. Let's not do it. We're not getting him down already. Not getting him down is a task that's already accomplished. Sadly, it's not our job to keep him up there, but to get him down. Can't someone else do it? Someone else? He pauses. You mean like the police? Yeah, exactly. Call the police. Someone already did. You know who came? We did. Because we have made bad life decisions. I know it's hard. But I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down. Fast. Maybe we could shoot him down. Yeah! The enthusiasm is unrestrained. Bang bang time, kids! Shoot his head off! The lieutenant remains unaffected. How? I don't know, just shoot up there maybe? Point towards the branch. Yes, he corrects his glasses. The buckle, where it ties to the cargo belt of the tree. If the shot hits that, there might be a small chance to release the belt. Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain Kuno with some shit. They'll miss. The pigs will miss Kuno. The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea. Take the shot, Lieutenant. What's the worst that can happen? I'll blow his head off. That's it. Take the shot. Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit. Silence. With his elbows sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a casual A990 armistice mass-produced muzzleloader. Aesthetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. Then he steps back and assumes the foul to S position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger. Easy does it, partner. He's gonna fucking bet! The kid's voice is drowned out by the shrill blast that echoes off of the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air, and the lieutenant steps back and says to himself, God damn it. He feels bad about it. About his eyes, mostly, just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him. Fucking idiot! Mol Cooper asshole! Wrong one. Kuno would have hit it easy. But then, Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he? Try again, maybe? No, we're lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim looks uncompromised. He looks around, the windows overlooking the yard. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that. What now? I'm not going to say, okay, I was told not to console him. What now? I have to say, it's unlikely we can get him down without assistance. I can try and shoot him down myself. It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like the punks here. He pauses, then shrugs. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't hit the victim. I'm gonna need your gun for this. I only have one gun! Oops. This is the sorriest pair of pegs Kono's ever seen. Officer, why do we only have one gun? He asks, carefully loading his pistolet. Remember when I told you I didn't have my badge or uniform with me when I woke up? Didn't have my gun either. That is even more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible. The piece shines out in his outstretched hands. Try not to lose this one, please. Yeah! Take it, you fucking banana pointer! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth! Feel the weight first. The cold piece of Bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your finger fits through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth! Point the gun at the belt. The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm. Why don't you just shoot yourself in the mouth? She hisses. At least you won't miss! Hand-eye coordination, challenging, pull the trigger. Yeah, it's rough. This isn't mere boundary pushing. There's a true suicidal rage in the kid as she's provoking you. There you go. Point the gun at Kuno S. No. Say shut up. Close your left eye first. I'm going to try shut up and close your left eye first. No, shut up. She won't shut up. Close your left eye first. Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the morning light in the corpse as it slowly rotates. As you wait, your breathing slows down. Your mosquito-like organism buzzes in your peripheral. Look, he's crying. You're gonna cry now, fucking... Give back the gun. I agree. The lieutenant holsters the weapon with a quick move. Enough gunslinging for today. What about the body? We need to access the harbor and ask the union leader, the leader of the union, to have it taken down. They will have the tools, and they have men. Why didn't we begin with that? I did not want us to get indebted to Evrat Clare. I wanted us to be able to deal with it ourselves. That is clearly not the case. We need help. You need to suck my dick! Why the fuck am I still alive? Kuno S was trying to taunt us to kill her. Who's Evrat Clare? The leader of the Union. A dangerous and corrupt man. One you don't want to be indebted to. Woo, we got a lot to do down in fact, did we level up again? Yeah, apparently. Alright. Time to start working on our white morning there as well. My authority is complete garbage as a result of all of those together. Hell yeah. For the moment though, my name is Rhapsody, the name of the game is being Disco Elysium. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. Just the playlist in the description down below with all my content on this game, past, present, and future, and hopefully we'll see you next time.